Hey everyone, I'm Mark Morgan, and today we're going to talk about doodle tonguing. For those of you who don't know what doodle tonguing is or what it's used for, it's basically a way jazz musicians can articulate fast passages for better phrasing. In my experience, it's not used the same way classical players use double tonguing in a phrase, which is to articulate every note. Jazz players will use it in the appropriate spots to add emphasis to certain notes in a phrase to make it sound a little more linear. So to do this, you're using the word doodle by breaking it apart and using the two syllables as a way to articulate notes, do and dull. The first part, do, is a standard articulation where the tongue strikes the hard palate of the gums above the top teeth, then moves out of the way to allow air to pass through the lips. The second part, the dull, is a little more uncommon. The tip of the tongue will land in the same spot as the do articulation, but instead of coming down, it stays in contact with the gums. The sides of the tongue flare out, widening and flattening the tongue to allow the air to flow around it. You can also think of it as hissing with the tip of the tongue staying up. Practice keeping your tongue in this position and just blowing air. Once you get familiar with the tongue placement by separating each part, start putting them together without the horn. Your tongue is basically doing a rocking motion by going. And since your tongue is already touching the roof of your mouth, all you have to do is snap the tongue away to repeat the process and get the continuous articulation. Now you can start applying this slowly to a single note. Try putting on a metronome and play different subdivisions of the beat. You can also add different notes to it. Now remember, you're not trying to make it sound like double tonguing. The sound is a lot more subtle than double tonguing, and you wouldn't necessarily want to doodle tongue a string of notes. This is just a way to line up the fingers and the tongue. Now let's take a look at how we would apply this in a piece of music. Let's take the standard Donna Lee, for example. A fast bebop tune like this is where doodle tonguing can really help you get through some of those phrases, especially in the fifth bar. In the second half of that measure, you're playing up a G minor 7 arpeggio, which includes a series of notes that use the same fingering. Now there's different ways that we can play that line. We can single tongue it, we can double tongue it, or we can slur it. But none of those really fit the style correctly. And depending on how fast a tune is counted off, you might not even be able to physically play that line using a single tongue. So that's where the doodle tongue comes in. It allows you to play these fast lines more cleanly while maintaining the style. One trumpet player who's known for playing clean, fast lines is Randy Brecker. He attributes doodle tonguing as the key to playing all of the technical material that he's known for. So start slow and gradually try to work in this technique to some of the lines that you play. Guys, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you like the content here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and also leave me a comment in the section below letting me know how this technique worked for you. Until next time, keep practicing, and I'll see you soon with another quick and easy trumpet tip.